This is the official weigh-in for EFC 108. Shannon Bontonder versus Musa Sethwape for the interim bantamweight title of the world. From the EFC Performance Institute, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Hello and welcome to the official weigh-ins for EFC 108, Bontonder versus Sethwape, live from the EFC Performance Institute in Johannesburg, South Africa, the same venue where tomorrow night a new interim bantamweight champion will be crowned on a card that features 12 fights, 24 athletes. It's the biggest card we've had in the EFC this year. So if you go to efcworldwide.tv and efcworldwide.com and you stream it anywhere in the world, it really is cracking value for money. I'm Simon Stevens, and I'd like to introduce you to the EFC team joining me today on stage. On my far right, from my national governing body, please welcome Mr. Nick Savides, our VP and matchmaker, Mr. Graham Cartmel, and the man who makes it all happen, the EFC president, Mr. Kyra Howarth. And don't forget, folks, if an athlete fails to make weight, they still have 2 hours in which to do so. Let's kick off our prelim weigh-ins then. It's a bantamweight scrap fittingly between Emerson Pedro and Rudolf Sekukune. Please welcome to the scale, Rudolf Sekukune. 134.3 pounds for King. Please welcome to the stage his opponent, Emerson Pedro. £133.8 for Emerson. Our next bout takes place in the flyweight division of the EFC between Tyrell Lowe and Kelvin Smith. Please welcome to the scale, on debut, Mr. Kelvin Smith. £125 for Smith. Up next to the scale is opponent, Tyrell Lowe. £121.3 for Tyrell. Another flyweight bout is up next between Tebatso Malele and Moses Makari. Please welcome to the scale, Moses Makari. £124.7 for the son of Egypt. Up next to the scale is opponent, Tebatso Malele. The glory of torture comes in at £125. The featherweights are up next, and it's a scrap between Keenan Hornibrook and Yebo Ntambwe. Please welcome to the scale, Yebo Ntambwe. 144.3 pounds for Sheltian. Please welcome to the scale his opponent, also on debut, Mr. Keenan Hornibrook. £145 for K9. It's time for the heavyweights in the scrap between Boyka Kabangu and Johan van Schaik. Please welcome to the scale, Johan van Schaik. £237 for the word warrior. And please welcome his opponent, Boyka Kabangu. £238 for undisputed. Let's go back to the £135 division between Nicholas Vermark and Christian Mulamba. Please welcome to the scale, Christian Mulamba. £132.1 for Strong Boy. Up next to the scale, his opponent, Nicholas Vermark. £132.9 for Nicholas Vermark. Our featured prelim bout at EFC 108 is the lightweight fight between Alexander Olev and Glody Kanzeko. Please welcome to the scale, Glody Kanzeko. £154.8 for Van Dam Godogo. Up next to the scale, his opponent, making his EFC debut, Alexander Olev. Olave, I'm so sorry. Suave has failed to make, but still has 2 hours in which to do so. Our first bout at the main card of EFC 108 takes place in the featherweight division between Ken Sekaletu and Andile Gassa. Please welcome to the scale, the equalizer, Andile Gassa. 143.4 pounds for Andile. Up next to scale, his opponent, Ken Sekeletu. £145 for the takeover. The only middleweight bout in this stack card takes place between Kulakani Chlongwa and Jeremy Chibala. Please welcome to the scale, Jeremy Chibala. £184.3 for the Warrior of God. Next to the scale is his opponent, Cold Steel, Kulakani Chlongwa. £182.9 for Chlongwa. Well, that one's going to be a bar minor. Up next is a featherweight fight between Emmanuel Sita and Ayanda Zwane. Please welcome the power, Ayanda Zwane. £145 for the power. Please welcome his opponent to the stage, Emmanuel Sita. £145 for the humble warrior. Our penultimate bout is a catchweight scrap between Shadrach Kansua and Stefan Pretorius. Please welcome to the scale, Mr. Kicks, Stefan Pretorius. £195.4 for Stefan. Please welcome his opponent from Oberga, Shadrach Kansua. Blamby comes in at £194.8. Well, it's now time for the weigh-ins for our main event of EFC 108. It is the interim bantamweight fight between Shannon Fantonda and Musa Setwaple. Please welcome to the scale, Bad News Musa Setwaple. 133.3 pounds, the bad news. Please welcome on stage his opponent, the Terror, Shannon Fantonda. Shannon Fantonda has failed to make weight, but still has 2 hours in which to do so. Let's have a couple of words with both fighters. I'll start with Musa and I'll come to Shannon now. Musa, it looks like the bad blood from your last fight, EFC 100, has not finished.
Yeah, it's not. It's never gonna be finished. It's gonna be finished when I put him to sleep. Boy, if I have to kill you tomorrow, I will fucking kill you, you hear me? I will kill you.
The last time you fought, it was at EFC 100, a long time ago. Do you see Shannon as a very different opponent? Are you taking him for granted because you beat him last time?
He's nothing. He's got nothing for me. He's got nothing. What is he gonna bring? Nothing. You're gonna bring nothing. I will fucking kill you.
All right, let's have a couple of words with Shannon. Shannon, very easy question. How do you respond to that?
Oh man, you know what? I'm just disappointed in the weight cut. That's the only thing. But as far as preparation goes, I'm gonna bury this guy 6 feet under. So all good, all good.
What's going to be different? Last time you fought at EFC 100, he beat you over those rounds. How is it going to be different tomorrow night? Give the fans something of what to expect.
I'm gonna put hands on him. I'm gonna beat him at his own game. I'm gonna put hands on him until he cracks. It is a bit unfortunate that I could not make the 135 pounds, but man, you and your dumbass coach, I'm gonna crack you tomorrow night.
Any response, Musa?
Either way, boy, whether you made weight or not, you're not going out there with the belt. I'm gonna fuck you up. Even if you made weight, there was nothing you're gonna do there. You're not gonna get out there with the belt. Either you're gonna get out there with a stretcher, or you're going straight to the mortuary.
2 things he can never do: grow a fringe or take that battle away from me. So, unfortunate.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll leave it there. That is going to be a very interesting fight. You do not want to miss that one. Let me just speak to matchmaker, Mr. Graham Cartmel. Graham, oof, what are you doing? It's an amazing card, 12 incredible fights, stunning athletes, but that bad blood is going to play out tomorrow night in the Hex.
Yeah, how do I follow on from that, really? I mean, they said it all. There's a lot of bad blood in that fight. We've seen it play out in one fight already. And I think tomorrow's going to be so different. I know Shannon didn't make the weight. He still put in the work. So he's there to show up and do his thing. If Musa wins tomorrow, he's going to be the champion. And then it just leads on to a whole myriad of things that could happen if Shannon beats Musa tomorrow. I mean, it's a lot of questions are going to be asked on what's happening next, who's Zulu going to challenge. It's going to be incredible. But for what it's worth, when they step in there tomorrow night, it is going to be, you can see, it's going to be animate and crazy. It's going to be a crazy fight.
The penultimate fight, Shadrach and Sua from Chris Bright's Submission Fighting Academy, PESFA, up against Stefan Pretorius, a classic old school versus new school matchup. How do you see that one going down?
Yeah, an interesting matchup. Obviously, we had to do that at light heavyweight. Steph really wants to compete. He's been pushing me so hard to get back into the hexagon. We know Shadrach is very difficult to match because he's presented himself with such aggression in all of his fights. So people are a little bit like, okay, I don't know if I want to step up to that guy. He's really beyond his years in terms of his fight ability. But that's the perfect matchup to really test Shadrach because Steph is seasoned and he's going to come in there with all the tools to beat Shadrach, but whether he can pull it off, I don't know. It's a massive, massive ask. I do see a lot of energy from Shadrach in the weigh-ins, which is going to play out tomorrow night. And I think he needs to come in there a little bit more composed and enjoy the moment.
It's a great main card, and those 2 fights are fantastic. But we've got 7 preliminary bouts. Like I said in my opening, it's the biggest fight card in EFC in 2023. Just give us an idea, what work put into that card, but also what are your stand out in terms of the debuts we're making?
So putting that fighter card together, we've gone and hired a new assistant matchmaker, Ashley Calvert, who used to fight for it as a featherweight. He's come in with a fresh perspective, and it's really awesome to work with him. So we're putting on some cool fights. I think this card was designed in order to allow the next generation to really start come through. That's why we've got so many debuts. But it's testament to how good the fighters are in South Africa and Africa that we get these really hot amateurs coming through and able to showcase themselves. There's a lot of standout guys. I'm interested to see what happens with Glody Conseko and Alexander Alave actually in Alave.
Suave Olave, I think.
Oh, that's an easier way to pronounce it. Just because obviously we've heard a lot, and now we're going to get to see it on tomorrow night. So I think I'm excited for that fight first. Sorry, but the actual debut, the first fight of the night with Emerson Perdue and
Rudolph Sekakuni against Emerson Pedro.
And Rudolph. That for me, I think is going to be an absolute starter.
So we're starting on the prelims with your fight of the night. Great card. Thank you, Graham Cartmel. So, folks, don't forget, check all the schedule information wherever you are in the world on EFCworldwide.com and EFCworldwide.tv. We start at 7 p.m. Central African time, so we do hope you can join us. Thanks for watching today. Cheers for now.
The bantamweight title of Africa is on the line between the two most destructive 135ers on the continent, as Musa Sitwape and Shannon Bontander clash in the center of the hexagon in the City of Gold. Finally, the bad blood will be settled in the rematch that every fight fan has been waiting for, as Bad News and the Terror go to war for the ultimate prize in combat sports. EFC 108, Thursday the 12th of October, Johannesburg. Broadcast and ticket details at EFCworldwide.com.